Nobody ever noticed Mia.
She was the kind of girl who sat alone in the cafeteria, eyes down, lunch untouched. But one afternoon in the girls' bathroom where the stink of bleach and cruelty hung in the air, 3 girls shoved her into a stall and locked the door. "Drink," one hissed, pointing to the filthy toilet bowl.
Laughter echoed. Mia trembled.
And then, she turned around. 30 seconds later, those same girls were on their knees, begging.
Mia Anderson had never been loud. She never had to be. The silence, in her case, wasn't weakness, it was survival. At Westbrook High, being quiet was like painting a target on your back.
And Mia had become the bullseye for every insecure, popularity-hungry bully looking for someone they could crush without consequences. But what none of them knew was this: every quiet person has a limit. And once you push them past it, you better pray they still have mercy left.
Chapter 1: The Invisible Girl. Every day, Mia walked the halls like a ghost.
She wore the same one hoodie, her black hair tied low, and her books clutched close to her chest like armor. Her voice barely rose above a whisper even in class. To most people, she was forgettable.
But not to Harper.
Harper Jennings, the queen bee of Westbrook, had laser-sharp instincts for spotting weakness. Flanked by her 2 sidekicks, Tori and Madison, she had turned torment into an art form.
And Mia?
She was the perfect canvas. At first, it was harmless. A shove in the hallway. A cruel whisper behind her back.
But Harper got bored easily. And bored people are dangerous. Chapter 2: The Trap. It was a Tuesday when it happened.
Mia was heading to the bathroom during lunch, hoping for 5 minutes of peace away from the cafeteria noise. But as she pushed open the bathroom door, she walked straight into a trap.
Harper was waiting. Madison locked the door behind them. Tori was already recording on her phone. Mia froze.
Her heart pounded. "Here's a fun game," Harper smirked, grabbing Mia's arm and dragging her to the last stall.
"Drink."
Mia looked at the toilet, the dirty water inside, and back at Harper. "No," she whispered, trembling.
"Wrong answer," Madison said coldly.
Harper pushed her harder toward the bowl.
"You're gonna do it. Or the whole school's gonna see you crying like a baby. Pick one." Mia's breathing hitched. The camera was still rolling. "Do it," Tori said, her voice laced with excitement. Something inside Mia snapped. She didn't scream. She didn't cry. She stood up. Chapter 3: The Turn.
Mia turned slowly, eyes locked on Harper's.
"Okay," she said, her voice calm. Harper blinked. Mia stepped forward. 1 step. 2.
Until she was inches from Harper's face.
"You want a show?" Mia whispered. "I'll give you one." Harper laughed, nervously now. "What are you gonna do, freak?" But Mia didn't flinch.
She took the phone from Tori's stunned hand. And then she did something no one expected: she hit record again. "Let's make this fair," she said, pointing the camera at Harper and her friends. Then, calmly, she turned and kicked the stall door open so hard it slammed against the wall with a thunderous crack.
The noise echoed.
"Mia, what the hell are you?" Harper started.
But Mia's voice cut through. Stronger now. "You want me to drink from that? Fine. But first, everyone's going to hear why. You're going to say it. On camera." Tori's hand shook. "I'm done being your target." Chapter 4: Truth and Consequences. Silence. Thick. Tense.
Then came the footsteps. Mrs. Halley, the vice principal, flung the door open. Her face turned to shock as she saw the girls, the phone in Mia's hand, the chaos.
Mia didn't speak.
She simply handed over the phone.
The video told everything. The fallout was instant.
The next morning, the principal addressed the school over the intercom.
Harper, Madison, and Tori were suspended indefinitely for severe bullying and harassment.
The footage had been submitted to the school board, and to the police.
Harper's parents threatened legal action.
But the video was too damning.
Too real. For the first time, people saw Mia.
Her teachers apologized.
Students whispered in awe. Some clapped when she walked by. But Mia didn't care about any of that.
She'd found her voice, and she wasn't going to lose it again.
Chapter 5, Begging for Mercy. 3 days after the incident, Harper confronted Mia outside school. No cameras. No audience. Just them.
"Mia, please," Harper said. Her eyes weren't fierce anymore. They were scared.
Small. I'm getting expelled. My college applications, my parents are furious. Mia looked her dead in the eye.
"You cornered me," she said.
You laughed while I cried. And now you want mercy?
Harper bit her lip.
I was stupid, okay? I didn't think you'd fight back. Mia nodded. You didn't. That was your first mistake. She walked away. Chapter 6, What happened after? Months passed. Mia wasn't invisible anymore, not because she became popular, but because she became seen.
She started speaking up in class.
She joined the school's film club.
She made real friends, people who respected her silence and listened when she spoke.
The trauma didn't disappear.
But neither did her courage. She began mentoring other quiet students, helping them find their own strength.
The video? It went viral, uploaded anonymously to a platform that exposed bullying in schools.
People across the country rallied behind her.
Some called her a hero. But Mia never cared about fame.
She cared about making sure no one else ever felt as helpless as she once did.
Chapter 7, The Message. The truth is, bullies don't always use fists. Sometimes they use silence. Shame. Fear.
But when you finally stand up, when you look your fear in the face and say, "No more," you don't just take back your power.
You teach others how to find theirs too. Call to action.
If this story moved you, if you believe no one deserves to be treated the way Mia was, please comment below, share your thoughts, your strength, or your own story.
Speech balloon, have you ever stood up to a bully?
Tell us how you found your courage. Bellhop bell, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to be kind always, because this world needs more kindness, and your support makes it possible. Remember, being kind isn't weakness, it's power.